Morehouse. Morehouse, Grambling, Tuskegee, Morehouse, Jackson State, Morehouse. The preacher coming on Instagram, YouTube, saying Morehouse is a disgrace because they're honoring a man marrying another man. Morehouse. How did Morehouse become Morehouse? How did Spelman become Spelman? You never heard of Rockefellers? Spelman? How did Morehouse, Spelman, Grambling, Old Miss, Norfolk State, Virginia Union? I can go on and on and on. How did these, what title should I use? Black, colored, Negro, African, hyphenated, American? I never heard of a continent country. Nigger? Well, I can't use the white man's name, nigger, so what name can I use? African? Take away off America. How did these African schools in America become a university and a college? Cheney, may I add? Lincoln, may I add? How did they become? And by the way, if you look at the quote unquote, they call it a black college and universities. They don't call it an African college and university. They don't call it a Negro college and university. They don't call it an African hyphenated American university. They don't call it a nigger university. They call it a black universities and colleges. How did they become? Well, let's look at the proclamation of the year when it was enacted. Man, Morehouse is showing the old plantation of what it was, and they bringing it back to life. It never left. It was just in the closet, as they call it. Now they're bringing it back to life, letting everybody know that this is what they honor: the bestiality, the homosexuality of the human God kind and the people. That's what Morehouse honor. It's a disgrace to some, but not all. To all. It's a disgrace. It just hit me. So when the high court had ruled that the couple from Colorado cannot tell a bakery they got to bake that cake the way they want it regarding to their union of marriage with two men on the cake, the high court says, well, you can go to a gay bakery and let them do it. Don't go to one who have a deep, deep bond in the religion of their faith for them to violate their own principles. Why are you going to do that? So the bakery from Colorado won the case of the religious wedding cake. So now let's look at Morehouse. I was saying earlier, Al Sharpton is going to march on August the 28th to Washington, D.C. And he's going to demand what the so-called quote unquote been demanding for the longest from their oppressors. And they're not going to get it. because still the federal government do not see unity within the people. They don't. So how can you expect the federal government to give you something if you yourself cannot have unity within yourself and your people? It's quite simple. I wouldn't be marching with Al Sharpton. Million Man March, I wouldn't be marching with the Million Man March. I can't gather myself with a bunch of people that has no unity once it's over with and before it started. It's a disgrace. When you look at all the so-called quote unquote democratic programs that have been established for the African on the plantation, look who the overseers are. Look at the history of each and every one of those programs. Look who collects the dollar. And it comes straight from the federal government. The Southern Poverty Law Center is a plain example. Those Negroes was funding the KKK, the white supremacy, the Aryan heads. They were supporting and financing criminal activity. Those Negroes employed sitting at that table, the token ones. And they're going to act like they didn't know. It's sickening. Sickening, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So when you see the argument of citizenship by birth, these migrants don't show no allegiance. These migrants most definitely don't have no domicile. But how can they go about getting citizenship by birth? Simple. When a black man tells a black woman, or when an African man tells an African woman, or when a Negro man tells a Negro woman, or when a nigger man tells a nigger woman, or when an African American man tells an African American woman, hey, look, I don't want no baby. I don't want no children. And she ignores it. Now, she goes and tell her newborn he didn't want no children. No, that's not what I said. I did not say I didn't want any children. I said I didn't want any children by you, specifically talking to you. By me saying that to you don't mean I'm saying it to all other women. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. They take it upon themselves that what you say is always referring to you. No, no. By saying I love you to your sex partner is the same as saying to your mother, I love you, who is not your sex partner. I say I love you, Mom. I say I love you, a sex partner, female. But at no time did I ever say I'm in love with you. It is what it is. People use their choice of words as the way they want to accept it. And it's sickening. It's sad. You ask a person, hey, have you ever did any hunting before? The only first thing came to my mind was a hunting rifle and going out hunting. It didn't come to your mind hunting for Easter eggs. It didn't come to your mind hunting for your birthday present. It didn't come to your mind hunting for your Christmas present under the tree, trying to see what box has your name on it. that hunting never come to your mind. The only thing come to your mind when the hunting is mentioned is hunting something of a destroying, of eliminating. That's what comes and click in a person's mind today in society. And it's sickening. It is what it is. But in the meantime, I love you. But I'm not in love with you. And specifically talking to you, no, I don't want any children. By you. I'm not, me speaking for you is not me speaking for all women. Man, people say something, you don't understand it, ask them to clarify it.